Hey guys, it's the Doops back with another video. Just like 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes since I finished the last video, I think. But here we are with episode number 45. Yep, and we're playing against Vlad Hunter in the French, and we're going into a Winawer. Very cool. Always looking for some practice in the sideline. Or not sideline, it's a pretty main line. Whoa! Okay, that's something that I actually did not expect, teacher. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this is for sure something that I actually did not expect. Usually everybody just kind of goes back. Wait, is that even true? No, I just take with the queen. Wait, I'm so lost right now. Why am I so lost right now? I don't know why I'm so lost right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take with the queen, I think. Seems natural enough. Oh, maybe this is why I was so lost. But if we go like over here and he takes, we're gonna have to take back with this piece. If we go here, he does have this move right here. I guess we go here. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna have to go with. So I'm gonna go here. But yeah, I'm actually feeling very lost right now. Okay. This is something I have never gone into before, but I feel like everything after this has been forced with the my queen being kicked away by his knight. So I went here. Okay, and he goes ahead and plays this move. So we could take here. But he's just gonna take back. Wow, this is some line for sure. I don't know what's going on. Wow. Okay. Okay, so if we take here, and he takes with the queen, he's attacking both this rook and this pawn. So it's going to be very hard to defend both at the same time. Maybe even near impossible. If we go ahead with this knight, he'll just take here, and he's just up a pawn. I was thinking about this move, though. Kicking his queen away. And I don't think he's going to just play this because we just take here, I think, after something like this. Oh, wait. You got to think about this. If he goes here, do we take? Taking is probably a good idea. But then knight takes. Oh, but then we just have something very simple like moving my queen here, I think. Okay, let's try this out. This is something that I've never seen before, though. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but it's going. I don't actually know if it's even going very well, but we're about to find out very soon. He moves his queen all the way over here. Interesting. So he's got two attackers here. Oh, and here. But he's also added two attackers here, so if I go with this knight, he will give me a check, and we'll just lose the game immediately by losing this rook. But what should I do otherwise? If we go here, I guess this is a move, somewhat. But he might just give me a check here. Or he takes with the knight. I don't think he should take with the knight, though. I think this is the best move, though, because we're doing something. But this just feels really bad in general, so I don't know. Okay, he goes ahead and takes this pawn. I think I have to take his piece back. Like this. No worries. And now I think I can develop with some tempo. You'll go ahead and play this, though. Yeah, if we go here, we are threatening checkmate in 1, but good chance he won't fall for it, so he might just go something like this. But I guess then we have to continue to protect our piece. But then if he takes here, and we take here, he takes this piece. We have check, he takes, I take here, he takes here, we take over here with check, he goes back here, we take his rook. That might be okay for us, so I would go ahead and try it out. So yeah, he goes ahead and defends this very simply. Oh, if we go here, this is an idea though, but I think he's just gonna be happy with this, but I'll just go here. We're hoping for something like this, because I'll take, he takes, this goes here. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't actually expect this move. We could go here, attack this rook. So he has to move it, so he can't castle onto this side. So I feel like this is a good move, just in general. Yep, so he moves his rook, as we wanted. But, let's see. Now I don't think this entire thing works. Oh, he also moved his knight here, so it doesn't actually work at all. So you gotta think about this carefully. If we play here, he takes... Well, we just take with this bishop, so that's fine. But yeah, wow, this is a confusing position. It's hard to evaluate. We're down a pawn. If we castle, yeah, right now I think we're just dropping this piece. Just straight up. Oh, and then after takes here, he's also taking this rook. We could play something like a4, but after a6 he makes us do something. I'm thinking about this move, honestly. Let's try that. I don't think he wants to castle queenside either, because of then he makes a pin on this knight with the rook. But if he goes here, then I can take with check. He takes back. I give him another check. And we might be able to win at least this pawn back. But this is so confusing. I've got no idea what's going on. And this doesn't make it easier at all. Or does it? Or does it? So, if I take this piece right here, and he takes with the bishop, I'll take back. He takes with the pawn. I have the idea of just going rook here. What if he takes with this piece though? It's a bit more confusing. Oh my god, I've got no clue. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I feel like this is okay. Because if he takes with this bishop, I'm gonna go ahead and take. He's doubling up pawns. It's gotta be good for me. So I could just castle here. Or I play this move, attempting to infiltrate. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this move. Get onto this open file. Because this knight did block this off. If he just brings his knight back, I'm happy. I think I'll just castle. Because this bishop is controlling so much. This is so confusing. Oh, and we're playing as Vlad the Hunter. I haven't revealed the country yet, I don't think. It's not Russia because it's not grayed out. Because Chess.com's been graying out Russia. So I could give him a check right here. And if he moves back, I don't know why he'd move back, but if he moves here, we take this pawn. So I think this should be cool. I guess he has this bishop, this piece, but then I just castle, and then I'm trying to do this move. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just castle. He's gonna hold me down here, no worries. I think let's just play this move here. So we've got some good control. But this is complicated, very complicated. I think we might want to just try to reroute our bishop onto this square right here, and then we'll be threatened to just win a piece, right? And if we don't win a piece, then we're going to be winning this pawn, and I think that should be just as good, if not better. Well, actually, winning a piece would be amazing, but a pawn should be good, and pawn can lead to many other things. But we're getting low on time, and our opponent is not at all low on time, so we got to think this through. Oh, he can also just play this move. I'll give him a check, and I'm happy to repeat because actually I don't know what I would do because I'm not exactly sure how to improve my pieces anymore. Maybe just play this. But I'm gonna go ahead with this plan over here. What about this now? Oh, did we mess up? Uh-oh. How do we save our piece? I didn't even think about this. Oh, and he finds that move. He finds that move. We could go here, but this is ugly actually. Oh no. I'm not exactly sure how to save this piece. If he goes here, I think we do have to just sack, which is fine. And there's a chance that he plays something like this still. But he doesn't. That's fine as well. I'm going to go ahead and give him a check over here, but then if he goes here, this is still a problem. I guess then we just go here. And I mean, we have really strong pieces, so I think it's still playable. Okay. I don't know what to do at this point, but I'll go ahead and start bringing my king over because I feel like that should be a smart idea. Give him a check for good measure. Give him another check for good measure. Okay. He's in a funny spot. I'll keep bringing my king over. Okay, he leaves this. But I'll just keep bringing my king over. I don't know. Give him a check. I'll take this pawn. We do have to take here, actually, looks like. Let's go ahead and give me... if he takes here, then we're going to take back with this pawn, and his piece is actually trapped. So, obviously, he is not doing that. He won't do that to himself. That's unfortunate. But I'm going to give a check right here, and check right here. This is annoying. I'll take over here, though. Let's see if we can get this going on. But we have 8 seconds left, and unfortunately, I don't think there's anything left to do here. But we had some ideas, and it was cool. It was a good game while it happened. Let's go ahead and take here. Try to push this pawn. But actually, I think I should have brought my king over first. Unfortunately, we missed that. And this game is about to end very quickly. But actually, I don't know how my opponent would make any progress here. Oh, maybe like this. I'm going to pre-move this because if he gives me the passage, I'll go ahead and take it for sure. Yep, that's over. But actually, I think this might have still been okay for us. Tough game. We did end up going out of time. We ran out of time, but it was still very fun. We lost 10 points, rating points, but that's fine. Such a fun game. But yeah, on to the analysis, because apparently we both had the same exact accuracy, which is interesting. But let's go ahead and check this out. So he played this move, and c takes d4, and apparently I'm actually supposed to take his bishop here, because after something like this, do I just take this pawn? No, now I play queen g4. And knight, after something like knight e7, now do I take this pawn? When do I... Oh, wait, knight e7 is weird. It just drops this pawn. So... I don't want him to drop this pawn. Let's say he plays g6. Okay, I'm very surprised by all the top 5 ancient moves because none of them are to take back here. Why is that? I guess if we take back here, does he have this move? But yeah, that must be it. Honestly, yeah, I think this is it. Because if we take here, he has queen c7, which forks these two pieces, and it gets messy because if I try to protect it like this, he develops with tempo, and all of a sudden I'm committing a lot of resources here, so it actually becomes a liability. But apparently the best move would just be to play knight f3, add a defender here. What other moves are there? Knight f3, knight bishop d3, b5. Stopping that, that's an amazing move. That's such an injured move. It's just stopping the knight from maybe coming in. The b5 is such a cool move. b5 is nice, but I don't know. But wow. Okay, so this is apparently the best move. And after this, then yeah, we would just take over here, and then he brings his rook over to to g8. We take another pawn. C takes b2. Bishop takes b2. And this is certainly a board. This is certainly one of the boards of all time. I don't know what's going on. b5 to protect this pawn because there's no other really feasible way to protect this pawn. c3, but it just looks so ugly. Your bishop's already blocked by this pawn, but you're blocking it again. Queen d3 just doesn't even protect it. If we play something like this, he's just going to keep adding attackers, but he wants to place something like knight c6, right? So we just push a pawn. What happens after a6? If we take, we're going to lose a piece right here. Oh, but he can't take either because he loses a piece right here. That's amazing. So we're going to keep developing. But wow, this is certainly a line. And I've never seen this before. But we played this queen e3 move. Apparently this was playable. Queen g4 is still good, but I played this and we go here. He goes ahead and takes. Apparently the best move is to just go all the way back. which is amazing. That's such a engine move. Just go all the way back, because what is your bishop doing here anyways? But after something like this, we need to protect this knight. And apparently the best move is to go here to d1. I don't know why d1, but apparently d1. I feel so weird, but eventually we're gonna win this pawn, I guess. But he has queen a5 check, winning this pawn. So this entire position is so messy. But this is how the game went. He took here. He played g6, and I went ahead, played bishop g5, trying to get my piece into the game. And over here we had some trouble. We did play rook d1, which is up there. Not anymore, but it was there. It's still there. It's okay. But we did all this stuff. We played bishop e5, which is a mistake, because bishop d7 is the only good move. And then we played here. Knight g to e7 was played. We find bishop f6, great. And we played this move over here. Yeah, knight g5, I think might have entered my mind. I don't know if I ever said it out loud, but I guess we're attacking this pawn, but we're also just dropping a lot of stuff in the center, so I didn't know how to feel about it. Knight g5, so if we play something like knight g5, we're going to do like this thing, this funny thing here. Oh, apparently he doesn't want you to take here. Bishop e2 is the best move? Interesting. I was going to take here, which, yeah, makes sense because it's not the best, I guess. And after something like takes, he takes, and if we try to take this, this just seems so scary because after something just so simple as f6, your knight is just trapped and you're lost. But apparently after something like bishop e2, this is better. Knight 5 to c6. So that would be this one, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but yeah, we're going to win a pawn, at least. Cool. Sorry, bishop e2. Yeah, I don't know what knight here should do. Oh, it's protecting. Well, it's I guess it's saving this knight, first of all, because this knight's in trouble. If he plays h6... What is going on? Knight e4 coming into this square. Okay. Yeah, I see that. But, oh my gosh, this is like a mess. I don't even know. Like, this position is so hard to evaluate, and I'm just struggling. But after something like this, we played rook b1, which is an inaccuracy. I think it's okay, though. And we see rook b7, which is good. We castle. Apparently, king up was just the best move. And that kind of makes sense, actually, because castling gets your rook to f1. That's true. And it's opening up your rook to b1, but so does king e2. So both ways, you're going to get this rook to b1 in 2 moves. But if you play king e2, your king is getting centralized. This is already sort of an endgame where there's no queens, so your king isn't in any danger. So I should have played king e2, actually. But castles, I played this. We go ahead here. Yeah, I thought that he would play something like this, and after this, I wasn't 100% sure what to do, because, I mean, I could bring this rook over here, but after trades, and then I take back, he just has just king up, and then I kind of lose the open file. Or at least we trade off, but then he has an extra pawn, though it should still maybe be drawable. I'm not sure. Double pawns, it's weird. Oops. We gotta go back. Nope, we were not here. We were here. Yeah. So he played king d7, which was a mistake. Why doesn't this say just win a piece immediately? Let's see. Oh, because we still have rook takes f7. But after this, he played this. We gave him a check. And we want to repeat, which is okay. He plays a5, and I play bishop e7, which is a miss because we just dropped a full... Wait, I don't know what's a miss. Apparently, we had something really strong, I guess, but... Bishop b7 just blunders the full rook, so that's unfortunate. Best move would just to play a4 and kind of just hold on tightly. King f1 is also an idea, just bring your king over. So that's something that I could get behind, but apparently, unfortunately, played this. Rook b6 was played, king c7, and bishop c5 holds this together. We protect this piece, but it's gonna drop soon. It's gonna drop real soon, but at least it's holding it together. But bishop, it's not the best move, but I missed this completely, where we could just kind of protect this for just a little bit. But rook g to d8 actually seems to be sort of tough. Actually, I'm not even sure what's going on. Okay, yeah, we're going to lose a piece eventually anyways. So we can take here, but he's going to take over. Actually, I'm still really confused. I'm not sure what's going on. Because we just take here, but he has a passed pawn, so he has some play. If he just takes this, then I think this should be okay for us. Rook b7, and then we're going to win these pawns and maybe give him a bunch of checks. But this is really again, this is still so complicated. And actually, I don't think my opponent would have been able to find out those moves. So bishop c5, and he would have to play rook g to d8 to actually keep this giant advantage. a4 is also pretty good because he's gonna take this pawn eventually. It's gonna disappear eventually. But if he doesn't play one of the rooks to d8 or a4, all of a sudden we're winning. And I just completely missed this. But I just ended up taking here, which apparently, if you let the engine run more and more, it's better. Technically it's better. So I'm smarter than the engine, obviously. But it's actually still shuffling, and I think for a human, bishop c5 would have been so much better. And I completely missed this. I played this within 1 second. And after this and this, I played rook c5, and we played bishop d6, putting a really strong bishop on the square. And it's hard for him to make progress. So I tried to open up my king and walk it over. But after something like this, we took here, and he does have this move here. But I played a4, trying to get a sort of a passed pawn. And it is actually a really good idea, because all of a sudden the game is drawn. And we do this. He gives us this check. I don't know why this king b8 is a mistake. Apparently, it really wants you to play on the queen side. So h4. h4 actually stops all of his pieces in its tracks. So it might put him in some sort of zugzwang, actually. And rook c5. And we move king d4, which is a mistake. Because he sees rook c6. I take this pawn, but his rook is now really active. Oh, and there was this move over here where you're going to try to give him a bunch of checkeronis from the back. So you go around, make your rook really active. But I missed this completely. I did this, and after something like this, we could have just taken on b7, and it's playable. But I did this, and then we do the same thing. But this time it's much worse because, of course, we're just down a pawn. We just lost a full pawn. But I think king c5 should have been played first, and then at least we can try to protect this pawn and maybe walk it up. But this lets his king come in, and it's really messy, but it's still possible. It's weird. It's really weird because we have such a strong pawn, and our bishop's able to hold all this together, sort of, but this pawn's on the wrong square, actually. This is a light square, so you need a light square bishop to come in here and give him a check so you can force him off. But we don't have that. So actually, if you replace this bishop with maybe like a light square bishop right here, I think you'd be winning because you just have check, and then you go here, and then you clean everything up. But I missed that, so doesn't count. Doesn't count. Yeah, so this pawn actually wasn't going to promote ever because we never had a light square bishop until, well, since the very beginning. But this was still a very cool game. Going back to the beginning, I want to see, like, what were our mistakes? I mean, this was certainly a mistake, but it's still playable. I mean, I don't think we're losing the game because of this stuff. This is still not, like, losing us the game. We still have a decent advantage. This is, yeah, still not really losing us the game. We see this move. This is where we start losing. And actually, let's look at this. But yeah, so I think this is what happened in the game. No, it did not happen in the game. But I was looking at this stuff, and after check here, it feels okay. I mean, I guess he has 95, so maybe you want to take here first. Because you want to be able to, like, kind of win this pawn in the future. So castle, put a rook here, and win a pawn. But yeah, we are losing. So 94 was a mistake, but he missed it. And then we played into this thing where he had doubled pawns, so even though he is ahead of a pawn by a full pawn, it sort of disappears. But then we missed. Oh yeah, I think this we should have seen immediately. We should have seen though, because king e2. Why? There's no reason to castle in this point. I mean, our opponent never castled, and look at it. He's walking his king all around the center. He's been to like all of these squares. But his king's not even in danger. So I don't know why I castled. We should just play king e2, and it would have been slightly better. But we played this. And we actually got our own piece trapped, unfortunately, with this move, bishop e7. What would have been a better move? King f1, h4. h4 stops this knight from coming in, and then we can play something like this, maybe. So h4. What would my opponent play maybe here? Knight d5. I'm not too worried because this actually just lets us win. Oh, so yeah, so actually this is now just winning for us. Because he never has this move to actually pin us down. He does have, I guess, What happens if he goes here? Bishop e7. Wow. Bishop e7. And we're threatening this move, right? But if he takes, we take back with check. He can play this move, trying to attack us, but we would just take a rook, or sorry, a pawn. So that wouldn't be great for him. If we play something like this, king f8 or king e8, which are just about the same. Apparently, king f8 is slightly better. But we just play rook here, and we're about to eat a bunch of pawns because we have really active rooks. So this is what we missed. We had the idea with bishop e7, but he still has this knight b5 move, which is what we missed. So if we had thought of this knight b5 move, I think we would have been in a pretty strong position because a4 is just crushing here. Actually, he doesn't have anything to do. And we have really strong rooks. His rooks are still not even connected because he didn't get his king out of the way, but we would have been winning with a4. So that's a cool move. a4. That was the best move. Or it's a pretty tricky move to find, but we needed to find that to win. I think other than that, it's a pretty cool game. We played the Winawer variation, and I think that should be it for this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. So see you guys later. Bye bye.